Hello guys, come with me with building this habitat for the small but still vicious Wolverines. So let's get into it. And just before you click off, go with me with enjoying this for a bit because I know a lot of you guys just go straight away because, well, maybe my voice sounds a bit too boring, or maybe you just aren't feeling like the Planet Zoo type of stuff, or you didn't expect that I was making a speed build. But just go with me, enjoy this video for a few minutes. If you don't like it, you can click off, but if you like it, well, just stay a bit and then you will see if you enjoy my videos and if you enjoy my channel. So let's get into the build. So the view for this build, like the kind of thing that I was going for, was a like a colder climate build with a rocky backdrop and a lot of like, well, not really like a mountain, but just a lot of rocks. So you really get the feeling that you're like on a slope or that you're like entering like a mountain area. So that's why I used a lot of rocks, and I also went with a little waterfall because, well, not sometimes, but a lot of times when you're like in mountain areas, well, you get those little streams from the mountains because, well, the snow and the ice from the high in the mountains melts, and then you get those little streams. So that's what I like surely wanted to add in like this habitat, and that's why I like made it so prominent in like in the middle of the viewing, because, well, this is kind of like the eye catcher of the habitat, and that's why I also started with it. And yeah, well, it took quite a while because I wasn't really getting like the pieces with the glass right, because, well, I first started out with like the terrain forming, but it ended up not being deep enough. So then like the glass just set in the way from the terrain. So I just needed to restart a bit, but it ended up being right. So yeah, it doesn't really that matter. It doesn't really matter that bad because, well, it looks fine. But yeah, let's talk about the Wolverines. So the fact is, the Wolverines, well, they kind of look like bears in a way, but they're not really from the bear family because, well, they're from the weasel family, and that, like, you can see that because, well, of course they're little small and, well, but they're small, but they're still really strong. But you can see that because they have characteristics that are like kind of in a weasel family, like the tail that's like, well, the tail isn't really, well, you have an iconic tail for the weasel because they're like really fluffy and, well, not too wide but also not too thick. It's just you know, when you have the Wolverine yeah, like for you, you can see the tail, and that's kind of like the characteristics that are in the weasel family. But yeah, well, those are kind of the characteristics. But also the Wolverines are surprisingly powerful for their size, um, and they're also fearless because they never back down from like a fight in the wild for like prey or if for food. And that's kind of like the same for like the honey badger, because, well, if, they really, well, they're like not really the same, but they are the same in like their personalities because, well, they're really fearless because you can see honey badgers that just go after lions in the wild, and Wolverines just go after grizzly bears and stuff. So it's really awesome to see that it doesn't matter how big or small you are, you can just still scare somebody away because of your, well, because of your determination. So yeah, but they're also really territorial. So they only live solitary and in like big areas. So that's why I didn't like put a lot of them in. I made a separation. Well, it's not really a big separation, but it's like in the backstage I had like a bigger enclosure, like a light night enclosure, and I also had a smaller one. The bigger one is kind of the separation, and the smaller one is just holding for the night. So I only put a female and a male in because, well, of course, they're very territorial, so they really don't, they really don't like want a lot of animals from the same species in their habitat, so that's why I made the separation. And also, well, they're really agile and they're really curious, so that's why I also made a piece of the backdrop. So the backdrop is the backdrop is just made of the mud walls, and I've kind of painted them to look like a background from the mountains, but the color isn't really that rocky. You know, the color isn't really that rocky. It's still a little brown, but it looks okay. And then the other side I made from like a metal fence with a hangover and electric wire. I also added electric wire on the mud wall, but you can't really see it from the viewing area. So yeah, that's a pity, but it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, you can see in the build that I was finishing up the waterfall, and well, in this habitat, I am warning you, it's really repetitive. So for I place a lot of rocks. So if you don't want to see the rocks, well, you can just skip to other parts, but it's a lot of rock work in this habitat. So I am warning you guys, it is really repetitive, this habitat. I really like how rock work looks, but I don't really like to work. Well, I don't really like to place them because it's you just do the same motion every time, every time, every time. But it looks all right. But if you just need to build it, it takes so much time to just place a few rocks. It's crazy. But yeah, you can see that I was kind of finishing up with a waterfall, and then I was like placing the rocks across the whole habitat. And well, I am using like these little boulder pieces because, well, of course you have like, well, of course stones break off in the in yeah, in nature, and then they roll down the mountain. So it's kind of, well, I was really going for like a the foot of a mountain, and then the boulders that were bouldering down, and also the waterfall, and you really get this feeling that you're like on the foot of the mountain, and you just see a few wild wolverines walking by. And that's what I want to create in my builds. I just really want a realistic build that doesn't, well, that really like is a modern zoo, that doesn't have like those classic old those city zoos that just have metal everywhere, that have like moats, dry moats of made of concrete. Like that's the same as like the polar bear habitats. The thing is, polar bears, yes, they can be kept in zoos, but some habitats are just awful, you know? It's like it's a fake iceberg with just concrete that's painted blue and white to make it look like ice. But really what polar bears need, because Alaska Alaska doesn't look, well, of course, you have like in Canada you have those, and in Greenland you have those like ice caps. But in Canada, yeah, well, in the left part of Canada and Alaska, you have those. I'm not sure how they're called. I think it's the tundra. Is it the tundra? I'm not really sure. But that doesn't have. There are no trees, but they have like little blueberry bushes and a little bushes everywhere and some grass. And so that's what zoos can do with the polar bear habitat. You don't need ice everywhere. You can just have a field with the grass, and then they have space enough. But that's just the thing of old city zoos. And that's kind of, well, it's sad to see those animals, because usually if you see a animal going up and down in the same motion, that's not good, because it's a repetitive behavior. I'm not sure how it's called actually, but it has a specific name. But well, that's the behavior if they do, if they're bored and they have nothing to do in their habitat. And you just really don't want to see an animal do that, because, well, also it looks a bit scary actually, because with elephants they just shake their head like the same motion from left to right with their trunk. And for some animals it's like a trauma from circuses, and yeah, they just, if they get in captivity in bad habitats or like bad enclosures, they just really, they can't do anything, so they just go up and down in the same motion, and that's really sad to see. But that's just what I don't want to create. I want to make like really realistic builds, and just use a lot of natural pieces and make it look really nice for you guys to look at, of course, and you guys can get inspiration from this. If you want to get inspiration, of course, you don't need to, but yeah. So if you get inspiration from this, and then just, yeah, I just want to make it like look really realistic. And yeah, I just like to build that way because, well, if it looks realistic, it looks natural, and if it looks natural, it looks good. So yeah, but yeah, that's just the way I want to build. And well, if you like it, of course, you can just drop a quick like and just drop a quick subscribe on the channel, because I really want to grow my channel into one of the, well, not one of the biggest, but of course, I want to grow a bit in the Planet Zoo community because, well, the thing with the Planet Zoo community is, and that's also why I started my channel. The thing was, I am now playing Planet Zoo for the, well, I was like 12, so maybe 3 or 4 years. And the thing is, now that's Planet Zoo 2 coming, it's an end of an era. Of course, Planet Zoo 1, the original, is gonna be gone, but we're gonna have an awesome game again. But yeah, just the thing is, well, I'm playing Planet Zoo for now 4 years. And yeah, the problem with the Planet Zoo community is there are a lot of great builders, but the thing is, these are unks, these are old people. Well, not old, sorry, not old. Like they're around 30, a lot of them. And well, of course, they have jobs. And the thing is, with Planet Zoo, well, it is that some people get money from YouTube Planet Zoo, but it is like not that it's like their main job, it's not enough to support families or something. But let's just not get into that. But the thing is, the problem is, well, there is a lot of ask and not enough of demand, Ooh, economy classes over here. But no, it's just there is a lot of like ask for videos, but a lot of YouTubers only upload like once a week or once a month. Yes, I upload once a week. I used to upload like once every 2 days, but that just took too much. But yeah, vacation is coming up. I'm finishing my last exams now. So yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of content out to you guys. And yeah, I just want to make a lot of videos for you guys that you guys can enjoy them, because I know not there is like not that much content around Planet Zoo, and especially around speed builds, because, well, there's like franchise mode and stuff. And yeah, there are just more types of entertainment to the Planet Zoo, and not only speed builds. But if you like to see speed builds, surely subscribe. I am gonna upload more and more. And yeah, you can just expect a lot of more videos from me, and consistent uploads, because, well, if you want to watch a video and it isn't online, that's like the worst, because, well, you want some entertainment. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna focus on uploading a video once a week, and I hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, that's why I kind of started my channel also. But yeah, you can see that I finished up the last things in the habitat. I had just placed not that much trees, because of course I was going with like a kind of a tundra type of biome. So I wasn't really like trying to make it like that foliaged. I was kind of going with like a open area. But yeah, so the thing is, I finished up with the foliage, and now you can see like the main facade. Well, not really the facade, but just the main building. I am not sure. I'm not really sure. I think no, I didn't do the backstage in the video. If you guys would like to see the backstage in the video, drop a comment, because, well, I'm sure I would like to record it, but it is really interesting to look at because it's really repetitive. So yeah, but yeah, that kind of wraps it up for this. I think I'm fixing the mud wall, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, enjoyed the cinematic shots. So goodbye, guys.